Welcome back, guys. The masculine is wrestling around with anxiety tonight, okay? They're wondering if you're seeing somebody, and the reason it's giving them a lot of anxiety is because a lot of you have such a level head on your shoulders right now. You are definitely attracting emperors into your life because of where your frequency is at. So it's making them a little nervous that they're having to play extra hard at catch up, okay? All right, guys, we're going to dive right into a collective message around the divine masculines, and I'm just going to grab a card from this deck randomly and we'll just see what comes out for the collective. What does the divine masculine want to communicate to the divine feminine tonight? Okay, so anxiety, are you seeing anyone? Oh my. Okay, so they definitely have you on their mind and something is triggering the idea that you may be seeing someone, divine feminine. And the energy I'm picking up from this actually is like this would be like the worst case scenario for your divine masculine, because I think that they've always felt like this deep connection to you, but within that deep connection there was the sense of loyalty that was felt as well. This is somebody who doesn't know how to wrap their head around the idea of you being intimate with anybody else or you going off in a different path. Okay, I feel like you two have maybe done this journey with one another for a really long time. You've either been celibate for a long time or you've just been single for a really long time, but something shifted in your energy. It could just be like, honestly, I'm getting a really deep message for this one, because to cause this level of anxiety for your divine masculine, I feel like it's just so not like you to obviously just be seeing anybody. And what I mean by that is I feel like I'm picking up on a divine feminine who's very, very particular and very careful about who you let into your space. That's why there's so much anxiety around this, because if you are letting anybody into your space, I know that what I'm getting from this is I know and I can feel very certain that your divine masculine sees you in this way where you wouldn't just let anybody pass that guard, okay? Because they see you as holding yourself to a very high standards. That's actually one of the qualities that they really admire and love about you, and they feel really, really, really honored to be your counterpart, okay? But right now I'm seeing two people who are at a distance from one another. Your masculine could be playing catch up on this journey because of how much your vibration has shifted. They've spent quite some time watching you in like an isolation energy. Many of you maybe have been growing a lot of your spiritual gifts. You've been focusing in on, like, I'm hearing like your faith, like connection. The stronger your connection to the source is the more you're able to just progress and experience abundance on the journey. So a lot of you have really been focused on creating like this really clear frequency, really being sure of yourself. So based off of that, you are attracting things to you, divine feminine. Okay, you are. Many of you are. You've kept this at a distance for quite some time, but I feel like the universe is pushing you a little bit, okay, because it knows your heart and it may see some of the areas that you need to be challenged in, okay? And because many of you have been in the solitude period, celibacy period for quite some time, you need an outlet in order for just all of the pent up, I feel like, learning that you've done and absorbing, okay? The absorption part is where the universe is telling me you really do need an outlet. So that's why many of you might feel this gentle push to really step out of your comfort zone is what I'm hearing. Also too, guys, with the sunlight, as the weather approaches, many of you are going to feel called and guided to get more sunlight. So that's really going to push you out of your comfort zone as well in terms of interacting with other people. Now, because your energy is very bright right now and you're operating on a high frequency, you're also going to attract, it could be friendships, it could be potential partners, it could be just sensual connections, okay? It doesn't always have to be this big old happy story relationship. It could literally just be something that you're ready for at this particular time on your journey. And I think that your masculines are picking up on it because they don't want anybody to be near you. They don't want anybody to experience this energy before they get a chance to catch up. That's where I feel like a lot of this anxiety is coming from. Are you seeing anybody? Because if you are, like, I literally am going to have a heart attack over it. Like, I feel like a lot of them are just like that. That is also another synchronicity, guys. Tightness in the chest could be something that many of them are experiencing, where it's like literally their worst fears coming true because they can feel themselves so close. And they never thought that they were going to feel like this as well. Let's get some cards from the romance angels to see just how their heart space is developing on this journey, especially with all this anxiety they're feeling. I really didn't think that they were ever gonna they think that they never were going to get to a place where they were going to like high five feel this way about you, you know. Excuse me, guys, sorry, I am coming down with a bit of a cold as well. But like another thing that boggles their mind is, yeah, like they didn't expect that the connection was really gonna like delve as deep as this. Some of them are kind of holding their heads and kind of pulling on their hair a little bit with this anxiety energy. Like they really don't want to, like I'm hearing, I don't want to ruin things for her. Like they want you to be able to move on. They want you to be able to find happiness, but they can't help but feel like they don't want anyone near you except them. It's like now they're ready to give you everything because they're experiencing a lot of ascension, maybe with the time apart that you two have spent, especially if you were in isolation for whatever reason, Divine Feminine. Look at this. We have codependency at the top of the deck. Many of you stopped reaching out to them, right? You spent a lot of time in solitude, really just expanding on your gifts, you know, taking a lot of that sexual energy, and instead of feeding it to your Divine Masculine, maybe even through lower chakra energies like jealousy or just feeling like addiction energy, right? Obsessive energy over them. A lot of you were like, damn, I'm going to take all of that and pour it into myself. I need to be obsessed with myself. Shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be obsessed with anybody else. Fuck that shit, bro. I'm going to be obsessed with myself. All right? A lot of you turn the tables on that shit. You know, fuck obsessing over you guys. I'm gonna obsess over me. And so many of you really alchemized, right? You took that obsession energy and you really alchemized it into, what can I do with this? What is this trying to teach me? Let me flip the mirror here and feed myself this obsessive energy. That's why so many of you fiercely went after your goals. You're now attracting a lot of abundance into your life. Many of you are finding your voice in a way that you haven't before. Many of you are realizing that some of your spiritual gifts is what's pushing you into that abundance, that energy that says, okay, you know, maybe I am potentially ready to let somebody else in. And I'm telling you guys, this is not an easy decision for this Divine Feminine. That's what's killing this Divine Masculine, whoever has their eye on you, because they know the suitor's not just going to be any suitor. It's going to be somebody that matches that energy of you having a damn good head on your shoulders. Right? And they're worried that it's going to make them feel insecure, or maybe even delay them a little bit on this ascension path with trying to catch up to you. Okay, so that could be something too that they may be fearing. You're no longer obsessed. You're out of this energy. That's why they are going through this. I'm just going to read, guys. I'm going to read the deck. Let's just pull cards as they come. Okay, so we have that soulmate card. I feel like maybe now is when they're feeling the soulmate energy. Okay, but this all has to do with that ascension as well. They feel like a closer bond to you. And I've been talking about this as well, where they feel like more like protective towards you. And that's why it's giving them anxiety, like who's going to come near you. I feel too like a lot of your Divine Masculines, it's crazy to see you heal the codependency as well, Divine Feminine. It brings them that much closer to you, because now they're wanting to heal codependencies in their own life as well, including karmic situations. You know, toxic lovers, toxic habits, you know, toxic patterns that keep them filled with anxiety. You know, many of them are just wanting to clean up their body because they're watching you attract these suitors now who maybe don't smoke, they don't drink, they're focused on their money, focused on their health, you know, doing big things in their community. A lot of your Divine Masculines are like, shit, like I want some of that purpose too, because that's where your head's been at all this time, Divine Feminine, right? It might have looked like you were laying low, you didn't have much. Maybe many of you looked, it appeared as though you were stressed out because you were spending all of this time alone, secluded, right? But people didn't know that you're highly protected. This seclusion was a way of protecting your energy, protecting you while you were growing your gifts. Okay, and a lot of people have their eyes on you. A lot of people have their eyes on you, but this time around you have a very, very, very good head on your shoulders, okay? Many of your Divine Masculines feel a lot more trust in this connection as well with you. I've been talking about the trust thing as well. It could have a lot to do with just getting to know you, like the way that you move, right? This big thing about you guys going into seclusion or isolating yourself, it really did show a lot about your character. You didn't care to be seen, you didn't care to get revenge, you didn't care to rock the boat in anybody else's life. Like that, it was the true epitome of allowing divine timing to do its thing. Many of you took a hit while you were down. You sacrificed. You didn't have to be seen. You didn't have to have it all. You didn't have to win, right? And the moment you let go of the need to win, that's when self-development kicks in, right? Again, pouring that obsessive energy right back into yourself. And a lot of your divine masculines now are developing a deep level of trust with you because, you really bossed up on a whole new level. Like, you are somebody to really chase after. Like, I feel like you're the divine feminine where suitors want to prove something to you. They have something to prove to you. And as you well deserve, divine feminine, because a lot of you have worked very, very hard to be where it is you are. Yes, you are overflowing in pentacles, but don't forget those moments that it took you to get where it is you are. Okay, that's why you have so many people's attention around you, and that's why all of them are trying to come in like the most noble way ever, is because you deserve it. You know why? It's because of your character. Your kindness is an attractive quality, right? Many of you have a strong work ethic. You might be really good parents. You might be really good members of your community. Your ascension journey and part of your loneliness on this journey as well has really humbled you to the point where you know that you're of service to humanity. And because you're of service to humanity, that gives you automatic protection. So now you have so many people wanting to be under your protection. I feel like many of you have emperors now coming, wanting to offer, their protection for you. And believe me, many of these emperors that are coming towards you, they're not going to take you for granted, divine feminine, because I'm hearing like they're very intelligent, okay? And what I mean by that is that they know the value of a good feminine energy, good divine feminine energy right by their side. They know what it has the ability to do, how it has the ability to help them build and create, and most of all, sustain, okay? So you're showing up big time here. You're definitely, shifting things, putting a lot of people's perspectives into place. And man, your divine masculine's definitely in this chaser energy. They want to show up to you as honorable, trustworthy, your right match. Okay? So I don't know who this was for, but ooh, this was a good one. Yeah, you deserve it, divine feminine, whoever you are. All right? I love you guys. Take it easy. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.